And so to our first contender. Good evening. Your name, please.
Good evening.
Your first week, your chosen subject was answering questions before they were asked. This time, you have chosen to answer the question before last each time. Is that correct?
Charlie Smithers.
And your time starts now. What is paleontology?
Yes, absolutely correct.
What's the name of the directory that lists members of the peerage?
A study of old fossils.
Correct. Who are Len Murray and Sir Geoffrey Howe?
Burks.
Correct. What is the difference between a donkey and an ass?
One's a trade union leader, the other's a member of the cabinet.
Complete the quotation, to be or not to be?
They're both the same.
Correct. What is Bernard Manning famous for?
That is the question.
Correct. Who is the present Archbishop of Canterbury?
He is a fat man who tells blue jokes.
Correct. What do people kneel on in church?
The Right Reverend Robert Runson.
Correct. What do tarantulas prey on?
Hassocks.
Correct. What would you use a ripcord to pull open?
Large flies.
Correct. What sort of a person lived in Bedlam?
A parachute.
Correct. What is a jockstrap?
A nutcase.
For what purpose would a decorator use methylene chlorides?
A form of athletic support.
Correct. What did Henri de Toulouse-Lautrec do?
Paint strippers.
Correct. Who is Dean Martin?
He's a kind of artist.
Yes. What sort of artist?
Pass.
That's near enough. What make of vehicle is the standard London bus?
A singer.
Correct. In 1892, Brandon Thomas wrote a famous long-running English farce. What was it?
British Leyland.
Correct. Complete the following quotation. I started, so I finished. Complete the following quotation about Mrs. Thatcher. Her heart may be in the right place, but her...
Charlie's aunt.
Correct.
Four candles.
Four candles. Here you are. Four candles.
No, four candles.
Well, there you are. Four candles.
No, four candles. Handles for forks. Got any plugs?
Plugs?
Yeah.
What kind of plugs?
A rubber one, bathroom.
What size?
13 amp.
Electric bathroom plugs, you call them. Trade. Electric bathroom. Right.
Saw tips.
Saw tips. What do you want, ointment or something like that?
No, saw tips, but covering the saws. Tips.
Hose. No, we haven't got any. Coming in, but we haven't got any.
Got any hose?
Hose?
Hose. No, O's.
O's? I thought you meant O's. O's. You say O's, you think you said O's. O's, you meant O's.
No, O's.
O's? What? Oh, you mean pantyhose? Pantyhose?
No, O's. O's for the gate. Mon repose. O's. Letter O's.
Letter O's. How many do you want?
2.
2. Right. Yeah, next.
Got any peas?
God's sake, why didn't you bleeding tell me that when I'm up the stairs? I'm up the stairs already for that. They can tell me bleeding there. I'm up and down the shop all the time. I've got all the shop up and down any help today. Why don't you tell me when I'm planning things? I've got a plan, by the way. How many do you want?
No, tins of peas.
3
tins of peas.
You're having me on, aren't you? Having me on. There we are. Right.
Pumps.
Pumps?
Pumps.
Hand pumps, foot pumps. Come on.
Foot pumps.
Foot pumps. Foot pumps. You see your foot pumps? Tidy up in you. There we are.
No, pumps for your feet. Brown pump, size 9.
You are having me on. You are definitely having me on.
What?
You are.
Washers?
What? Windscreen washers, car washers, dishwashers, floor washers, back scrubbers, lavatory cleaners, floor washers.
Half-inch washers.
Oh, tap washers, tap washers.
Yeah.
Look, I've had about enough of this. Give us that list. Make it all myself down here. What's this? What's that? Oh, that does it. That does have it. I've had just about enough of this. Mr. Jones, will you come out and service customer, please? I've just about had enough of this. Look what it's got on there. Look what it's got on there.
It's the Custard TV podcast, brought to you by your friends at thecustardtv.com. I'm Gary. I'm not the runner and jogger of the website. I'm the bloke down south. And I'm joined, as always, by Matt in the north.
Hello.
And by occasionally Luke, who does run and jog the
Hello.
website.
Do you think when you do the intro,
Yeah.
that people panic and think, "Oh no, Luke's not on it. I'm not going to bother listening this week."
No, I think the viewership goes up because people think, good.
Despite people can't see us. Yeah.
Talking of that, seeing as I'm starting off in control, then I'm going to be in this position, and I've got 2 complaints about last week's episode. Right, number 1. Mostly these are acted at you, Luke, but Matt, feel free to chip in and side.
I don't remember doing it last
I'm
week.
eating my tea, but I'll...
What are you eating, Matt? We always do this. What are you eating?
Oh, yeah, what you eating? Yeah, delay the inevitable.
I've got salmon, the Saucy Fish Company, so it's in like a nice chilli sauce.
Yeah.
And also some pre-prepared vegetables from a supermarket of choice.
Why was I not mentioned in the tweet about last week's episode?
I think because I was trying to get famous people in it.
Right.
From what I remember, yeah.
I'm contractually part of the podcast, therefore, and I was in the podcast.
I've never signed a podcast.
So
I think he was making the point that it was me and him who went to the RTS Awards.
It
but
was,
I was
yeah.
actually
There you go,
on
no.
the podcast. So
Yeah.
that's
That's a
was
good
cool.
point, Gary, and it will go to go to
Second.
table and.
Yeah. Second, I don't know if you can play. You obviously can't play it now, but when you edit this, could you play in the lovely little jingle that you got made? Some new little bumpers and jingles.
You know, this is the second week he's had that in.
Yeah. It's the first week I've heard it.
Well, you should listen every week.
If you could just play that now.
Luke.
Hey, everybody, here's our star.
Gary.
I'd never heard of him before today.
And Matt.
He's a professional.
Talking telly.
Try it, just for 1 week. Just try the program for 1 week.
This is the Custard TV Podcast.
Yeah, done.
Yeah. Why is it I'm mentioned as never heard of him, and you two get like famous people going, "Oh, he's
Because
great."
you're always forgetting names.
But that's
I didn't.
not fair.
I don't know why you
Well,
don't.
that's your gimmick. That's your gimmick.
I haven't.
Last week, it was Joseph Molina for Joshua
Yeah.
Molina.
I got half the name right. Anyway, if those two things can be rectified this week, if I could get
Yes.
first position on the naming of the podcast,
No.
Yeah,
and
of course.
I want that jingle rewritten with something else.
Okay.
Please.
Luke.
Hey, everybody, here's our star.
Gary.
I'd never heard of him before today.
And Matt.
He's a professional.
Talking telly.
Try it, just for 1 week. Just try the program for 1 week.
This is the Custard TV Podcast.
How's the hard
Oh
drive?
yeah. Quick update.
How's the hard drive? Yeah.
Hold on. I did get rid of a few things, so wait there, ladies, it's coming.
Yeah.
58%. I want to see somebody doing like a bar graph each week.
Pie chart would be more
Yeah.
right.
I've not seen a bar graph or a pie chart for
Pie chart
2
would be much
years.
better, but you know,
Oh, the
Okay.
custard pie chart.
indeed.
Of course, as we record today, it was announced Ronnie Corbett died at the age of 85.
Read that apparently he was reported as being ill during the week, and
Yeah.
in a nice touch, they said that he was, much like Terry Wogan, surrounded by his family at the end.
Oh my goodness,
So
Terry Wogan.
Yeah, I mean, we've got to hide Bruce Forsyth, haven't we? He must be the only national treasure left now.
well, there's the
Well, I-
Queen.
Corbett,
Yeah.
Wogan, David Bowie,
But,
Yeah,
Alan Rickman,
yeah.
Lemmy.
Lemmy. Yeah.
I do think I put it on Twitter, and a lot of people responded that we're losing all these legends to either ill health or age. Yeah.
Or Daniel.
I just think we're not
Daniels,
replacing them. We're not replacing them at the same rate that we're losing them. So I'm not going to be
It's a
heartbroken when
different
they.
time now.
I know we're not. Who are we going to lose? Keith Lemon?
Anton Deck, we'd mourn.
Oh my God! Don't even. All right.
Although the coffins would be tiny.
And side by side.
See, I want to keep that in, but I'm in two minds about the BAFTAs, so we'll go through. Let's do the ones we're excited about.
Do the
Leading
big-
actress. Obviously, Wolf Hall, C-Word and Dr. Foster, they're the ones we expected, but lovely to see Ruth Madeley in there for Don't Take My
I
Baby.
would have liked to have seen Maisie Williams in here.
Yeah.
Cyberbully.
And also Nicola Walker for just generally being Nicola
Absolutely.
Walker, but
Yeah,
unforgotten.
just being her. Yeah.
Lead
okay,
actor.
don't
I'm
shout at me.
disappointed that Idris Elba's in there because we all felt.
I
Nick
think
was a bit
I
disappointed.
think he might win it just for the entire.
Where is
Luther
lead
canon.
actor? Where have I written lead actor? on
Well, do
there?
you want me to- shall I read them out? You've got Ben Whishaw for London Spy, Idris Elba,
Here you go.
Mark Rylance for Wolf Hall, and Stephen Graham for This Is England 90. And
I'll
I
tell you
don't think Idris Elba should be there.
Yeah, I love This Is England. Stephen Graham shouldn't be in there for lead actor because he was only in half the series. If you were going to pick someone from This Is England, then I would have gone for Joe Gilgan.
I don't know.
I mean, our new friend Adam from Don't Take My Baby should maybe in there.
supporting actress